practicing my, this was just, I painted this to test the colors. And this is for my father's 75th birthday. I'm doing a monogram, and I'm going to gild it with gold. And I'm practicing here. This I just did with Fine Tech paint, and I embellished some things here too, just to test the gold. But I'm gonna do it really with real gold leaf here, and it's really hard to see that. This one is the first one I'm trying. I got all these from John Neal Bookseller, and this is Illuminator's Bole, and this is a raised preparation, and I want it raised, but this is extremely thick. So as you can see, hopefully you can see that. The light isn't very good, but it's really thick and I don't know how you get that smooth, unless you sand it, which is probably the case. That just seems like a lot of work to me. So that's my first preparation. Then the second and then here's the instructions. You can't water it down, so I can't. It's like really thick. It's like thick paste. And this is the Instacoll diamond. As you can see, I got it to be raised a little bit. I just pooled it in. This was the easiest one to use. And I also did this little bit here. The third preparation I did to test this is right here. It's starting to dry too. And that third preparation is the Miniatum. And it's extremely liquidy. So I have an extremely thick one, an extremely liquidy, but this is the ink. I specifically got that to apply with a pen. And then this one in the middle, and this is the one I like the best, so we'll see how it is for ease. This one, I don't know how long will take to dry, this one. But the Instacoll, this one, takes, I have the instructions here, and it says it will dry in 30 minutes, then I have 3 hours. However, I don't know if it's talking about a really thick application like that, like a big liquid drop of it. Not sure how long that will take. Anyway, that's my practicing. And then once I decide on one or get to the gilding, I'll probably film that. But I'll probably decide on one and then start on the actual piece and film that gilding and let you know what I've chosen there. Hi everyone. So I'm uploading this video because I'm learning to gild myself. So I thought I'd film the process and let you in on any secrets that I learn, and there are not many videos of this process out there, so I figured I would make one. So I have this finished artwork here. This is watercolor of a wreath around my father's initials. His name is William Edward. Those are his first two names, which are the Christian names, which are also known in law as your proper name. It's not the same as the full legal name, which is all three names, or your first and middle and your last name. So I'm doing the first two names, which is the proper Christian name, William Edward, and I painted a wreath around it. And I didn't, usually I film everything, but I just didn't have time to film painting the wreath. So here I have to be very careful, because if I mess this up, then that's it. This is the final artwork. So here I am putting just some white paper to protect the artwork while I work. And I'm opening up this Instacoll, which I got from John Neal Bookseller. And I've put some into a small little container, as you can see here, to work. So I'm just putting the paper over the areas that I want to protect. so that I don't spill any Instacoll on my finished artwork. And I'm using a 512 nib here, calligraphy nib, and I'm just going to put a flame to it to get any oils that are on there off. And I'm just going to go ahead and let you listen to the video now. Okay, so every video out there I've seen of people doing this say it's a relatively easy process if you use the right sizing like Instacoll or Miniatum. But I found this very hard to do, and you know, I like a good challenge, but this was quite difficult, I found, because you're basically working against time, and as you can see, I've got a very fine point. I mean, it's debatable whether you want to use a thicker pointed nib, but I'm using this thin one. And so basically what you want to do is you want to glob it on there, and you basically use the surface tension of the bubble, like the glob of liquid, thick liquid, and pull it around. And I just found that this nib was so sharp that it was very hard and very frustrating to get a straight line or a curved line. As you can see, I'm trying to curve the edge of this diamond. Not only that, the Instacoll dries pretty quickly, so you literally have like a window of 20 seconds or something, and once it starts to dry, you can really mess it up. Like if you go back and you try to change something. See, I'm trying to get the curve there, and you'd think it would just be as easy as pulling the line, you know, and pulling it up like that, but for some reason, I don't know if my nib is too thin at the end or what the deal is, but it's extremely hard to get a nice, just a straight, even the curved line there. Anyway, I ended up doing it here, but I'll let you continue watching my frustrations. So I'm gonna leave in the parts that didn't work, or the parts where I kind of get frustrated, just so you can see the reality of the situation. I guess I'll put some more in here. Okay, and then I wipe the top very carefully so that it doesn't clog up. And make sure air comes in and out so that the hole isn't clogged. Okay, I'm taking a look in my brush kit here, and I picked just a really cheap, sort of springy brush. I think what I might do is use a combination. I'm going to use this as well. Thing is, you want globs of it. Because you want to be able to pull it around. Okay, I'm going to start with that. A big glob of it. I'm going to pull this into where it's supposed to go. Okay, so as I got into the groove of this, I figured out that as long as I can get a nice blob on there to start with, so I'm using this brush to sort of get the blob on there. Although I'm more comfortable with a brush, although you can see it's just as hard doing it with a brush in that small, tiny space, getting the small line, the very thin line. So I switch now to I get the blob on with the paintbrush, and then I switch to the 512 calligraphy nib to sort of pull that out and stretch the surface tension of the glob, if you will, into where it's supposed to go. And as you can see, I just have a real difficult time with this thin line down here at the bottom. You'd think, I mean, I just thought it would be easier, you know, I can manipulate thick paint like that, but this Instacoll is different. And you know, look at, I'm trying to get a straight line there, and it's like if you push too hard, you scratch the paper and it doesn't bring the surface tension down. So you have to do it in the exact perfect way, and sometimes you need a little bit more of the Instacoll on your tip, just like I did there. So anyway, it's just a very finicky process. I guess that's raised gilding. It's hard. It's like you're pushing around like a surface tension of a raindrop. You have to anticipate where it goes. It's crazy. Okay, I'm not really satisfied with this, but I'm afraid I'm gonna ruin it if I keep playing with it. Yeah, I can't play with it anymore. Once it starts drying, that's it. So I might be able to take some off of there. Oh my God. See, I'm starting to ruin it already. Once it starts to harden, that's it. Okay, I'm not gonna play with it anymore. I'm scared to ruin it. Okay. I'm gonna do one more of this right here. That is stressful. Quickly, uh-oh. Oh my God. Just gonna take this up a bit. One, two, three. Dots like that I love. And it's gonna do yeah, that's pretty. Okay, I think that's perfect. Okay, so I ended by wiping and washing my nib and my brush quickly in some warm soapy water there, so it doesn't damage the nib. And this concludes part one of the gilding of the initials on my wreath. So stay tuned for part two, where I actually put the gold on the Instacoll. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.